Hello, Glads fans, and welcome to a Saturday night edition of Atlanta Gladiators hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you. As always, it is an absolute pleasure as Atlanta goes back-to-back against the South Carolina Stingrays. Last night, Atlanta fell by a final score of 6-3. South Carolina came out hot from the start to the finish. With that, let's take you back to last night's defeat on home ice to South Carolina.
But Hofer helps out in the middle of the ice and will one-hand it back for Rodzinski. So here is Hofer. He's got a late man. It's Knockbar, and they score. It's deflected in. It's really a special night to be able to honor all the military personnel in attendance and first responders as Austin McGarrah makes it 2-0 Stingrays. So they'll get set up. Charlie Combs to the blue line. Connor Moore turns it over. An uncharacteristic turnover. Here's Denemy. He drags, he fires, he scores! Carson Denemy with a shorthanded goal, and it's 2-1. That toe drag and wrist shot from Denemy had a lot behind it. Let's take a look at the replay. To take the puck away from Moore at the blue line, then work it on a 2-on-1, and then drag the puck away from Moore as he comes back to defend, and then let an absolute ripper go. They had lost it for a slight second there at the end of the first period, but now they look to extend their lead, and they do. Justin Knockbar scores from the left circle.
So this season has been one of the best ECHL seasons we've had for the Gladiators.
It's been a fun one for sure, and Atlanta really putting forth an exciting team out onto the ice, even if the results haven't always gone our way, as South Carolina has scored. Ryan Hofer, a redirect. As here's Carson Denemy looking for two. Scores! Carson Denemy goes upstairs on Bjorklund. 2 goals for number 18 tonight. And don't go away just yet. Carson Denemy does not need a lot of time and space to make something happen. There was a Stingray back outside of the goaltender, but that's just a perfect shot from Denemy at the left circle. Here's another chance on the backhand score! It's 4-3. Wow, oh wow, Jeff. And who got the goal? Is that the captain, Eric Neely? Yes, it is. On Heroes Night, the Glads get their 3rd goal of the game from the captain, Eric Neely. And it's 4-3. Murray and Miller, far dot, and it's won by South Carolina and cleared past Nychuk. It rolls to the empty net. Topadich can't keep it out. South Carolina has scored. 2:10 to go in the 3rd period. No deflection had. The puck taken by Combs. He looks to score ahead of the final buzzer, and he does.
As you just saw, the Gladiators fell by a final score of 6-3 on home ice last night. Atlanta receiving goals from Carson Denemy twice, won a shorthanded goal. That was a beauty. And the captain, Eric Neely, finding the back of the net for South Carolina. The defenseman, Romain Rodzinski, scored twice. Austin McGarrah, Justin Knockbar, Ryan Hofer, and Charlie Combs also scoring for the Stingrays. In the loss in between the pipes for the Gladiators, Ethan Heider made 25 saves on 29 shots, while Garen Bjorklund in the victory denied 26 of 29 for South Carolina. Let's see what tonight will hold as puck drop less than 20, a little bit more than 20 minutes away, I should say, right here on Flow Hockey YouTube and the Gladiators Game Network. We'll be right back.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider. Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner. Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider. Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner. And Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators Hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you as we get you set for Atlanta and South Carolina for the final time this season. With that, let's take a look at the starting lineup presented by Sen XL Georgia. First for your Atlanta Gladiators. Cody Sylvester on the first line, left wing. Jackson Pearson, number 19, in the middle. Joey Cipollone, number 71, on the right side. Always good to have that first line when you have two centermen. Carson Denemy, who scored 2 goals last night, will be the second line left winger. Blake Murray, number 92, in the middle. Randy Hernandez, number 81, on the right. Number 10, Mickey Burns, who plays in his second professional game, will be on the left on line number 3. Tyler Drevich, number 74, in the middle. And Ryan Cranford, number 21, on the right side. The fourth line, Michael Markazan, number 33. Connor Galloway, who re-enters the Gladiators starting lineup after taking that heavy hit on the road during the last Gladiator road trip. Zach Yoder, number 11, will be on the right. On defense, Jeremy Hansel with Chad Nychuk, Dylan Krabia and Derek Topatic, and Andrew Jarvis with Brendan Datema. Jarvis also returning to the Atlanta starting lineup tonight. In between the pipes is Drew DeRitter, number 34, making his 5th start of the season head-to-head against the South Carolina Stingrays. His numbers against South Carolina, well, 2-1-1, a 2.62 goals against average, and a save percentage of .921. So let's see if Drew DeRitter can continue that hot streak of play against the Gladiators division rivals. Now on to the Stingrays lines. Charlie Combs, Micah Miller, and Josh Wilkins is line number 1. Eric Middendorf, Austin Magera, and Alexander Sustalev is line number 2. The third line, Tyler Weiss, Ryan Hofer, and Justin Nachbar. And the fourth line, Ben Howardchuk, Dean Locust, number 13, and Jace Isley, number 11, on the right. The defenseman, Jordan Klimek with Jaden Lee. Blake Thompson paired up with Connor Moore. Romain Rodzinski, who had 2 goals last night, will be paired up with Riley Webb. And in between the pipes, Mitchell Gibson, who makes just his 3rd start after a 3-month absence for South Carolina. 1/3 of the 3-headed monster for the Stingrays in goal. We will see Gibson here tonight. Puck drop not too far away. We'll head to another quick break. And then when we return, we'll take a look at my players to watch and the starting goaltenders.
The ECHL believes that hockey is more than a game. It's an opportunity, a chance to connect, a chance to embrace our differences, and a chance to bring our communities together, creating teamwork, memories, and a lasting bond along the way. When it comes to hockey, no matter how it's played, we do it together.
Have you ever watched a hockey game and thought, I could totally do that? Call the game and break down the action? Well, now is your chance to make that thought a reality with a unique and thrilling opportunity on The Call with Liam Gotimer. This one-of-a-kind program invites you to step into the broadcast booth with me for an exclusive hands-on experience in the world of sports broadcasting. Whether you're an aspiring broadcaster or a die-hard hockey fan, this is your chance to join in on the fun. Visit AtlantaGladiators.com for more information and how to sign up today.
Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators Hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you on YouTube and Flow Hockey. It's now time for my players to watch. First for your Atlanta Gladiators, I'm looking at Mickey Burns, number 10, who plays in just his 2nd professional game this evening. Made his professional debut last night for the Glads. Did not record a point, but the Wayne, New Jersey native played 4 seasons of collegiate hockey at Mercyhurst College, 1 year with the University of Vermont, playing just 5 games with the Catamounts. But Mickey Burns is a swift centerman, a very good skater, 2-way forward, and somebody who I expect to make an impact throughout the remainder of the regular season for the Gladiators. He will be on the line with Tyler Drevich and Ryan Cranford in tonight's game. On the other side for South Carolina, how can you not look at the ECHL's Rookie of the Year from last season, Austin Magera. He scored a goal last night. He's playing in game number 61 this evening. 10 goals, 35 assists for 45 points. Austin Magera, contracted by the American Hockey League's Hershey Bears, earned an American Hockey League deal after his impressive performance this past year. The native of Sewanee, Georgia, played 5 seasons with Sacred Heart University in college, and ever since turning pro with South Carolina prior to the 2022-23 year, or excuse me, during the 2022-23 year, he has been an absolute lightning bolt for this South Carolina Stingrays offense. And here this evening, he is on a line alongside Eric Middendorf and the former Washington Capitals NHL draft pick in Alexander Sustilev. Now, on to the goaltenders. For the Gladiators, as I mentioned, in between the pipes is the Lake Fenton, Michigan native, Drew DeRitter, number 34, making his 32nd appearance of the year. DeRitter comes into this game with a record of 10, 14, and 6, a 2.79 goals against average, and a .912 save percentage. For South Carolina, Mitchell Gibson, once again, after a 3-month absence, making just his 3rd start back for the Stingrays. His last start came against the Savannah Ghost Pirates on March the 8th. He made 30 saves on 32 shots. Before that, he started against the Orlando Solar Bears in Orlando and stopped 25 of 26. So still a goaltender shaking off the rust a little bit, but in his first 2 starts back, an impressive showing from number 34. This is the first start this season head-to-head between the Gladiators and Gibson. Mitchell Gibson did start a few games against the Gladiators this past year. Now on to our South Division standings. As you see, we have a new number 1 leader, the South Carolina Stingrays, with their victory last night, and with the Florida Everblades defeated by the Savannah Ghost Pirates on home ice. That means South Carolina overtakes Florida in the standings. They are now number 1. They have 87 points to the Everblades 86, but both teams have clinched a spot in the Kelly Cup playoffs. That means just 2 spots remain in the South Division. The Jacksonville Icemen almost certainly going to grab that 3rd spot, but Atlanta still in the running for that 4th and final playoff spot. The Orlando Solar Bears 15 points ahead of the Gladiators entering play tonight. And the Savannah Ghost Pirates, can't forget about them. They snapped a very long losing streak last night in Florida. An impressive victory in Estero. They trail the Gladiators in the standings by just 2 points. While the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, well, they also got an impressive win on home ice. They took down the Kansas City Mavericks, one of the best teams in the Western Conference, last night as well. With that, we'll head to another quick break. And when we return, I've got the tail of the tape, team leaders, and Liam's keys to the game as we get closer and closer to puck drop from the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center.
The Atlanta Gladiators know that to perform at our best, we need to fuel our body the right way, and that's why we love Jason's Deli. With a wide variety of delicious sandwiches, fresh salads, and hearty soups, we can always count on a satisfying meal. The quality ingredients and generous portions keep us energized and ready for action. Whether it's a quick lunch or a hearty dinner, Jason's Deli is the perfect spot for players and fans alike to enjoy great food and stay energized. For meals that power our game, Jason's Deli is our top choice.
Back here on YouTube and Flow Hockey, puck drop between your Atlanta Gladiators and the South Carolina Stingrays coming right up. Before that, let's take a look at the team leaders for each team. The Gladiators, Cody Sylvester leads in the goals scored category with 22. Derek Topatic, who's 1 point away from becoming the all-time leader in points produced among defensemen in Atlanta Gladiators franchise history, has 29 helpers on the year. That leads the team. Cody Sylvester, of course, leads in points as well with 40. Ethan Hyder in between the pipes, despite taking the loss last night, still leads all Gladiator netminders in victories with 16. Drew DeRitter with a 2.79 goals against average. That's the best on the club. And DeRitter also has a .912 save percentage. For South Carolina, Josh Wilkins has 19 goals. Austin Magera, 35 assists. We saw Magera score last night, did not facilitate too much. Josh Wilkins leads the team with 48 points, with Kyler Kupka in the American Hockey League. Garen Bjorklund last night with the victory earned win number 19 for South Carolina, while Mitchell Gibson, not a lot of playing time this year, but still sporting a 1.85 goals against average and a save percentage of .930. Now it's time for Liam's keys to the game. Number one, lots of rubber towards Mitchell Gibson, as I mentioned. Gibson just making his third start back after a 3-month absence for South Carolina. It's been Garen Bjorklund and Seth Isley really carrying the load for the South Carolina Stingrays, but for Gibson, he's still shaking off the rust a little bit, as I mentioned before. So to come out in this evening's contest, guns a-blazing, get in on the forecheck, and test the opposing goaltender plenty before the opening 20 minutes come to a close. Take the crowd out of it is number two. Well, South Carolina, as I mentioned, clinched a spot in the Kelly Cup playoffs with a victory last night against your Atlanta Gladiators, and you better believe that the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center is going to be one loud building this evening. So for the Gladiators to be able to come out, have a really good first period, once again, test the goaltender, and maybe find the back of the net once or twice, that would do a lot in taking the crowd out of the game. Number three, tilt the ice. We saw this in both directions during last night's game. Atlanta almost pulled off a miraculous comeback. They scored two very quick goals towards the tail end of regulation. Carson Denemy, his second of the game at that point, and the captain, Eric Neely. And it seemed like if the Gladiators just had a little bit more time, they would have been able to find that game-tying goal. But tilt the ice a little bit before there's less than 5 minutes to go in regulation time, and things might bode a little bit better for the Gladiators in this evening's contest. Another quick break, and then when we return, the pregame festivities coming up from the North Charleston Coliseum.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv. The ECHL believes that hockey is more than a game. It's an opportunity, a chance to connect, a chance to embrace our differences, and a chance to bring our communities together, creating teamwork, memories, and a lasting bond along the way. When it comes to hockey, no matter how it's played, we do it together.
I promised you all the tale of the tape. Well, here it is. Atlanta's power play still struggling at 12.6%, while the Stingrays on the man advantage, 22.1% efficient. On the penalty kill, Atlanta, after going 3 for 3 last night, is at 79.7%, while South Carolina, after also going 3 for 3 in last night's game, is at 87.4% entering tonight's game. The goals for per game, well, Atlanta with 2.7, South Carolina almost at 4 with 3.8. Goals against, Atlanta with 3.3, and South Carolina just as good at keeping the puck out of their net as they are putting the puck in the opposing net. Their goals against per game is at 2.3. In the last 10 games, well, the Stingrays, not many teams better than them. 9-1-0-0. The Gladiators 5-5-0-0 in their last 10. On the road this season, Atlanta 11-15-3-0, while South Carolina on home ice 24-3-3-1. Absolutely dominant at the North Charleston Coliseum are the Stingrays. But one of those 3 losses came against your Atlanta Gladiators. With that, we'll leave it here at the North Charleston Coliseum. The national anthem coming right up, and puck drop expected for 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
9 losses, 1 shootout loss, 3 shutouts, and a goals against average of 2.79. Number 34, the head coach of the Gladiators is Gary Nesbitt. The assistant is Matt Gibbon.
How are you feeling today? What's the deal? I think we have a love-hate relationship. I think we just, we're the same person. That's it. Both good looking. I like it. Have you seen the new jersey? Yeah. Different. Better than mine.
We have demonstrators from USC Health, Sports Medicine, Julia Phillips. The equipment manager, Justin Stewart. The assistant coach of the Stingrays, Scott Davidson. And your head coach, Jerry Nightingale. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please remain standing and direct your attention to the ice for the presentation of the colors for tonight's game. Presenting the colors, please welcome Goose Creek High School color guard. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you to please remain standing until the colors have been retired following the performance of our national anthem. Thank you. Please remain standing for the performance of our national anthem as we honor our great nation. Presented by Patriots Point, Naval and Maritime Museum. Please welcome to the ice, Sabrina Patel.
Now, if that doesn't get you pumped up and ready to play some hockey on a Saturday night, I don't know what will. What a performance on the violin, live from the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center of our national anthem tonight and every night the Gladiators play, presented by Hancock Whitney Bank. The Gladiators come into this game with a record of 26-27, 5-2. They have 59 points, while South Carolina enters 41-14, 3-2 for 87 points. South Carolina, after their 6-3 win last night, have clinched a spot in the Kelly Cup playoffs. And not only have they done that, they are now the number one team in the South Division.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing tonight's ceremonial
Hello, everybody on the YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. And everybody on Flow Hockey as well. Should be a fun game tonight as Atlanta looks to bounce back against the South Carolina Stingrays, who really took it to the Gladiators last night. But some bright spots in last night's game. Carson Denemy scoring twice, including an impressive shorthanded goal. Derek Topatic, another point, bringing him a point closer to passing Jim Jackson for the most points among defensemen in Gladiator franchise history. Eric Neely, the captain, who's not in the starting lineup tonight, also getting on the board in last night's contest as we're just about ready to go. If you missed it during the pregame, here are the starting lines for each team. As I mentioned, no Eric Neely, so Joey Cipollone slots back up to line number 1 with Cody Sylvester and Jackson Pearson. Mickey Burns, playing in his second professional game, will go to line number 3, playing alongside Tyler Drevich and Ryan Cranford. Carson Denemy, after his 2-goal performance last night, will skate alongside Blake Murray, the skilled forward, and Randy Hernandez, the speedy first-year pro. On defense, Andrew Jarvis returns to the Gladiators starting lineup, as does Connor Galloway. How rude of me to forget about Mr. Galloway. Chad Nychuk paired up with Jeremy Hansel, and Dylan Karavia with Derek Topatic. Anthony Furiolo went to reserve prior to the start of this evening's contest. In goal is Drew DeRitter. And on the other side, for South Carolina, not many lineup changes at all for Jared Nightingale's team. But one lineup change is that Garen Bjorklund, after starting last night, does not dress this evening. Mitchell Gibson starts in between the pipes. Seth Isley backs up as we're just moments away from puck drop. South Carolina will skate from left to right, wearing their green St. Patrick's Day uniform. Even I've got some green as well for everybody watching on YouTube. While Atlanta will skate from right to left, Atlanta opens up with the line of Carson Denemy, Blake Murray, and Randy Hernandez, Chad Nychuk, and Jeremy Hansel on defense. And once again, Drew DeRitter in goal. For South Carolina, they will open up with the defensive pair of number 9, Riley Webb, and number 2, Romain Rodzinski. Up front, it'll be number 7, Charlie Combs. The first line left winger, Micah Miller, number 22 in the middle, and Josh Wilkins, number 15 on the right side. So Hernandez here with the puck in the near corner offensive zone, but the Raleigh, North Carolina native, Josh Wilkins, overtakes possession of the puck, but good neutral zone work from the Gladiators here inside the opening 40 seconds. And Hernandez will dump it deep on Mitchell Gibson, the Phoenixville, Pennsylvania netminder. Puck turned over outside of the Stingray line. Jackson Pearson tries to force it in. The puck past Topatic, but Karavia comes over to the Gladiator bench, and he'll swipe it forward. The puck does eventually go up and out of play. The crowd reacts, thinking there's a power play coming their way, but the referee indicating that that puck got deflected out. One referee in tonight's game. It's Nolan Boyer, number 31, 2 linesmen, Jake Paw and Noah Ackerman. Paw, number 88, Ackerman, number 62. For the last meeting head-to-head between the Gladiators and the Stingrays. So Pearson wins the draw with help from Cody Sylvester, and Gibson tested early in the opening minute 10 of the game. And with that, let's take a look at Liam's keys to the game. If you missed it during the pregame show, number 1, lots of rubber towards Gibson. Number 2, take the crowd out of it. The Stingrays just clinched, and you know the North Charleston Coliseum is going to be pumped and certainly lively. And tilt the ice. We saw it a lot last time. But Atlanta needs to tilt the ice in their favor more often than they did in last night's contest. Connor Moore has it in the defensive zone. So weird to see South Carolina wearing green as Magera swings into the attacking zone to the left of Drew DeRitter. But Atlanta will settle it down in the trapezoid. They'll move it up the near wing, and Cody Sylvester will do well to chop it out to the defensive end. Andrew Jarvis has the puck in his own zone. He'll move it up the left wing side. Ryan Cranford had it, but in over the line ahead of the play was Mickey Burns. So he has to backtrack and come right back out. Burns, the Wayne, New Jersey native, turned pro last night, 5'9", 175 pounds. 4 years of college hockey at Mercyhurst College, 1 year with the University of Vermont. So here's a rink-wide feed for an oncoming Andrew Jarvis, who joins the play. He shoots wide of Gibson, a drive off the half wall, stopped by Gibson. First shot of the game goes towards Atlanta. Big hit thrown by the Stingrays in the near side of the ice. But Atlanta still has possession here. Michael Marquezan tries to drive up the right wing. He collides with Justin Nachbar, number 20. The puck pinballs around, but South Carolina has it, and they'll get themselves a clean exit out of the zone. But again, stepping up in the neutral zone is Nychuk, and it doesn't turn into anything, but Atlanta just has a step on South Carolina right now as DeRitter makes his first save of the game. Marquezan lays the boom at the blue line as he sends Riley Webb down at the right point. Nychuk's clearing attempt stopped down by Webb, who's now back up to his skates, shifting from the right point where he was knocked down by Marquezan to center point. Zach Yoder at the half-board's defensive end moves the puck up for Marquezan. At the red line, Marquezan will send it in. And really, Atlanta right now, first to loose pucks, getting the puck in the attacking zone more often than South Carolina is. I like the start. 3 minutes and 35 seconds in. Derek Topatic, left wing corner with the puck, paired up with Dylan Carabia in tonight's game. No Anthony Furiolo, he heads to reserve. South Carolina behind their net, played out by Connor Moore, who had an uncharacteristic cough up on the power play that led to Carson Denemy's shorthanded goal as DeRitter sees an opportunity for the Stingrays sail wide of the glove side. And off the ricochet, Wilkins gets a soft chance, and on the Gladiator netminder, no match for Drew DeRitter. 4:02 in. Let's take a look at the YouTube chat. Fuzzy says, evening all, let's get the win. And then we will hunker down with this weather coming our way, hoping to beat the weather before I go home after calling tonight's game. Tracy says, for dinner, Mexican before the weather. Mexican sounds good. So we just had the Fed by the Glads event. Well, right next door to Bare Bones, where that event was held, is Off the Rail, a Mexican restaurant owned by Buddy and Gigi. And man, oh man, do I hear that food is good. As the Glads have the puck here in the offensive zone, Murray to the blue line. A slapper by Carabia is blocked down. And now South Carolina will skate out with numbers. Might be a 2-on-1. Coming back beautifully is Murray, but the Stingrays still get a chance. I believe Denemy had a South Carolina stick tied up in front. That was Wilkins. He'll get another chance as he one times. A shot from the right circle. Did not get a lot on that at all. Blake Thompson left point, playing in his 300th ECHL game tonight. Wilkins behind the net. Takes a hit from Topatic. Denemy will maneuver it out on the backhand, but it's kept in by South Carolina's Thompson, who pinches up. The puck behind the goal. Here is Wilkins. He tries to go to the far side of the ice. Instead, it comes to the line. Connor Moore, the coming Georgia native, shoots from the right point. Blocked by Atlanta. Played out by Murray, but right back in comes Thompson. He fires from the high slot. The Gladiator got in the way of the puck before it got to DeRitter, but Drew had his stick up just in case. Floated out of the defensive zone by the Gladiators. No icing as hustling to the spot is Joey Cipollone. He went down. South Carolina will get out. But you remember plays like that. Extra effort from Joey Cipollone. Shift in and shift out. At center ice, Jaden Lee picks up the puck for South Carolina. He'll headman a possible 3-on-2. Middendorf across the ice. Picked off. Real nice play there by Brendan Dadema. And now Atlanta out through center. Jarvis has the puck left point. He'll fling a try. Blocked in front. South Carolina will send it all the way out past Jarvis, but not enough on that puck. So Jarvis stops it down in the right wing corner. Now he'll shift to the left and race over to the bench and get a line change. 13:45 to go here in the first period. Atlanta with a solid start, but they have not been credited with a shot on goal. Jeremy Hansel can't keep the puck away from an oncoming Stingray at the left point. But Hansel does well in the defensive zone to play it further out to center. But South Carolina comes right back in, dancing in over the line of the Stingrays. Out of position is DeRitter. Well, luckily that puck did not get through to the net. That was Hofer with the opportunity, number 77. Meanwhile, as these two teams flying here, Nychuk to the left wing side, Hansel, his defensive partner, went back for Nychuk, but they were in an awkward position. So they'll backtrack, think better of it, get a line change, and get some fresh bodies onto the ice 7 minutes into the hockey game. South Carolina again with speed. Tyler Ruiz, number 36, 7 points in 7 games against Atlanta this season, but he fans on that one-time try. And as a result, the puck comes all the way out to the right wing corner, and Gibson plays that puck. Didn't think he needed to, but no harm, no foul for the Stingrays here. Now with some speed, Sustalev, left wing side, saved by DeRitter. Or excuse me, that was not Sustalev. That was Isley as the fourth line now out onto the ice. Howardchuk fires, blocked in front. Left circle defensive zone. Connor Galloway making his return to the Gladiator lineup after missing last night. He'll play it out of his own zone without icing the puck. Nicely done. And now South Carolina will ice the puck themselves. So an offensive zone faceoff coming up. And over the last couple of minutes, I mentioned it during the keys to the game, right? The ice tilted towards South Carolina after a solid start for the Gladiators to be able to force an icing against the home side and draw an offensive zone faceoff draw while the ice is tilted towards the opposition. A good thing for the Glads. So Murray against Locust at the near dot. Nychuk with a saucer feed, cross corner. Thompson does get it out. South Carolina always so aggressive, but Isley actually overskated. So now Atlanta has the puck. A slapper from Nychuk, stopped by Gibson. He paddled it away. Murray had his stick knocked right out of his hands. Looked to the referee for a call that never came. So Hernandez will wheel in his own zone. Drops the puck back for Hansel, who has two Stingrays swarm to him. 8.5 minutes gone by here in the first period. If you're just joining us, 0-0 the score. Micah Miller shoots and a save by DeRitter. The Glads force it all the way out. A foot race ensues. Cipollone comes together with Klimek, number 42. In hard on the forecheck now is Sylvester. Good work. Jackson Pearson skates over to help out Cipollone, far side of the ice. Pearson double teamed. He has Miller all over him. Datema hovering on the outside, but he can't keep it in either. And it will be a Sen XL icing here on the Stingrays. In the YouTube chat, John says, Liam, you should add an O in front of you or in front of player's last name for the rest of the game. I think that would be a little bit much. Don't you think? John O. Gotimer? Jeffrey says, Sippy is my first goal prediction. Saw Joey Cipollone have a 2-goal game in Kalamazoo. Gladiators 6-4 win against the Wings. At the left point, off of the face-off win for the Gladiators, the fresh Andrew Jarvis, who had an off night last night, moves it around for Sylvester. Jackson Pearson getting stick-checked in pursuit of the puck at the right circle. And South Carolina here will work ahead with the puck. Wilkins down deep for Micah Miller. Jarvis comes over to help out. Now Jackson Pearson, the centerman, makes the good defensive play. Not many whistles early on here. Just 4 combined shots. 3 for the Stingrays, 1 for the Gladiators. So here is Cody Sylvester. He'll send it in on Gibson, who extends his stick. Gets a piece of it. Lays it back for his defense. And as a 5-man unit, here comes South Carolina. Sustalev. Down the right wing side, he'll drive against his opposite number here in Cranford. Sustalev still has it left side hash marks, but he turns it over to Cranford, who plays it out. But the last line of defense outside of the goaltender, Riley Webb, will move it north for South Carolina. Topatic. Over for Mickey Burns. Back for Topatic. Back for Burns. Mickey Burns back to the middle, and that was read well by South Carolina. Luckily, back for the Gladiators is Nychuk. He'll play it into the South Carolina end from outside of the red line. No icing, though. So Mickey Burns from the left wing corner to the right wing corner, but Romain Rodzinski overtakes possession. And outside of the red line, Alexander Sustilev will move it ahead. The Glads play it out, and a connection made here in the neutral zone, so no icing. Gibson didn't think he had to play it. He does. This will be an icing here on South Carolina. 9:08 to go here in the first period. We haven't had a media timeout yet. Fuzzy says Hernandez with the first goal. Already said that, but the Ritter with the last goal. I'm waiting for a Gladiator goaltender to score. Dawn says Galloway is the most Irish among them all. And it is Connor O'Galloway who comes in to take the face-off. See if he likes that one. He wins it back. So here is Galloway at the line. Hansel, quick shot. And Gibson makes the save up high. And we'll head to a quick break. 9:02 to go in the first period. Atlanta and South Carolina scoreless from the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center.
The ECHL believes that hockey is more than a game. It's an opportunity, a chance to connect, a chance to embrace our differences, and a chance to bring our communities together, creating teamwork, memories, and a lasting bond along the way. When it comes to hockey, no matter how it's played, we do it together.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Back here on YouTube and Flow Hockey, Liam Gotimer here with you. As it is every single game day, it is an absolute pleasure as Atlanta takes on South Carolina for the last time this season. South Carolina 41-14, 3-2, clinched a spot in the Kelly Cup playoffs last night. Atlanta 26-27, 5-2, still with a pulse in the South Division due to their head-to-head meetings against the Orlando Solar Bears, but the Glads need to start winning hockey games as Marquezan shoots from the left circle. Kicked away. Marquezan back up to the line. Nychuk. Down deep for Galloway. Puck taken here by South Carolina, but Marquezan utilizes that frame. Gets his body in the way. Nice job there by number 33. Nuckbar will still get it out. And now 2-on-2 comes South Carolina. Tyler Weiss looks to spin. He passes for an oncoming Lee. And his shot is blocked. Galloway will get a line change as he plays it out of the defensive end without icing the puck. 8:10 to go in the first period. The shots 3-2 South Carolina. 5 combined shots. Both these teams defensive. Have very good goaltending, but neither goaltender really tested much here. As the puck comes to the side of Mitchell Gibson. Picked up by the South Carolina defense. And off of the near boards, outside of the red line, Jarvis does well to move it ahead softly. He has it come back to him. So Jarvis has a man to his right. Instead, he'll move it up the near boards, picked off by South Carolina. So Locus applies the pressure on DeRitter, who moves it past him. What a pass by Drew DeRitter. But out through center, the pass comes in on Gibson. And it would have been an icing. Gibson was waiting for the icing, had his hand up in the air. But before he knew it, the puck landed in his pads. And he was deep in his crease. That could have been dangerous for the Stingrays. But the score remains 0-0. So Jace Isley, number 11, double teamed. Puck overtaken by Murray. Nicely done by number 92. And whacked in by Sylvester. So Gibson again plays it to the far corner. Stopped down by Cipollone at the line. Topatic blocked in front. Derek Topatich's next point will make him the all-time leader in points produced among defensemen in Gladiator franchise history, as we have a Sen-XL icing on Atlanta, or excuse me, on South Carolina. Charlie Combs, Micah Miller, and Josh Wilkins out onto the ice for the Stingrays. Micah Miller played 63 games with Atlanta last year, 23 goals, 18 assists for 41 points. And he takes the face-off against his former teammate in Jackson Pearson. So Pearson against Miller. Near dot. Won by Pearson. So here is Topatic with an open lane. He'll come back to center point. Dylan Carabia dumps it deep. Joey Cipollone had it for a moment. Isley plays the puck between his own legs, but does successfully get it out to center. So Sylvester across the ice for Carabia, working in all alone, Cipollone, and he sent it high. Good chance there for number 71 as he squeezed through the South Carolina defense. Here's Nychuk from the line, deflection save by Gibson. So the Glads starting to stack shifts here and get opportunities at the Stingray net. You love to see it. 14 minutes exactly into this first period. So Cipollone walks in again, and a glove save made by Gibson. That was from a little bit further out than his last opportunity, but Gibson gets the glove up and denies number 71. We'll have another media timeout. Atlanta and South Carolina tied 0-0. Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators Hockey, live on YouTube and Flow Hockey. Atlanta and South Carolina for the final time this season. 5:54 to go in the first period. Every game a playoff game down the stretch for the Gladiators. Tyler Drevich and Austin Magera, and Magera draws it back. So Blake Thompson. From the defensive zone, the puck goes out of play. So the face-off will come right back. South Carolina, the affiliates of the NHL's Washington Capitals and the American Hockey League's Hershey Bears. And success really does trickle down from the top, right? Washington, 43-15-8 in the NHL. Hershey, 35-15, 5-1. South Carolina, 41-14, 3-2. Just goes to show you, when your affiliates are having success, so are you. Atlanta just re-upping with the Nashville Predators for another 2 years. And for the Gladiators, season-by-season improvement. A real tough year last year, but to be able to come into this game still fighting for playoff position this late into the season, it's a testament to the coaching staff, to the ownership, to the affiliation with Nashville. As South Carolina has the puck here. Center point, Sustalev. Right side, Moore. At the top, here is Middendorf. His try misses the net. Sustalev still has it here, but he turns it over. Denemy with a quick tap up the ice. Lugging after it is Drevich, but he loses the foot race, and that will be an icing. So Ryan Hofer comes in to take the face-off. A tired group of Gladiators on the ice. Mickey Burns, Tyler Drevich, and Ryan Cranford. That's the line. I believe they're a little bit shuffled up here due to the icing. So behind the net as South Carolina controls, pivotal point here of this first period. Under 5 minutes to go. So Jeremy Hansel has it. He'll lay it across the ice. Now out through center. Atlanta with some speed. Hernandez shoots. Stopped by Gibson. Hernandez gets to his own rebound and swipes a no-look backhander to the side of the South Carolina net. Here's a one-timer from Marquezan. He missed the goal. Michael Marquezan with a few good chances early on here as he wins another board battle. He'll play it to the right wing corner. Galloway hustles after it, but it's cleared out by South Carolina. That's a XL icing. The shot's officially 7-3. Atlanta, a much, much, much better start for the Gladiators, who had a tough first period last night. For those watching on Flow Hockey, there was the latest opportunity for Randy Hernandez. That was a good one. .54 into the first period. Face-off win here for South Carolina. But the Glads keep it in for the moment. Now it's played outside of the blue line. We have a whistle and a stoppage here. We'll see what comes of this. Around the ECHL, now that we have a moment, Kansas City up 3-2 over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. They're not up. They have won in overtime. So Kansas City bouncing back against the Swamp Rabbits, keeping Greenville further away from Atlanta, which is good. Savannah and Jacksonville, the puck drops from the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena at 7 p.m. As we have a penalty on the play here in this game, Carson Denemy to the box. So after 2 goals last night, Denemy heads to the sin bin, South Carolina, for the first power play of the game for either team. Denemy in the box for tripping, taken at 16:05. South Carolina went 0 for 3 on the power play last night and gave up a shorthanded goal. So is that really going 0 for 3? I think that's going 0 for 4. So straight away, Connor Moore with the puck. One-timer by Combs, turned over and cleared out by Jackson Pearson. Nicely done by that group of Gladiators. You don't win the face-off, but after South Carolina gets set up, you get in the shooting lane, cleared out, and you get yourself a line change. So Sustalev re-enters. To the top, Moore. To the left wing side, back for Moore. He shoots wide to the stick side of DeRitter. Going down is Datema. He gets back up. Jarvis collides with a Stingray in the trapezoid. Now Atlanta will work out shorthanded. Ryan Cranford 2-on-2 with Cipollone, but in over the line offsides was Joey Cipollone. Cranford shot the puck anyway, but no reaction from the Stingrays. And Atlanta really doing so far in this first period what they've done all season to South Carolina, outside of last night and one other game at Gas South Arena in which Atlanta gave up 7 goals to the Stingrays. But most of the time, they really shut them down and forced South Carolina to play Atlanta's game. That's what head coach Derek Nesbitt will tell you. As the puck in the right wing corner, a pile of bodies there. To the left of Drew DeRitter, but again, Jackson Pearson gets it out. Playing the puck to himself is Tyler Drevich. Nifty play there by number 74. Drevich gets into the attacking zone. Now South Carolina will scoop it up. They'll race in over the line. Rink wide. The feed blocked by Topatic, but it comes back for Weiss. And a blocker save made by DeRitter. Here is Rodzinski quarterbacking the power play. Miller down to the goal line. They try to stuff it in. And DeRitter slides over to his right and dives on top of the puck to get the stop. 1:35 into the power play and 2:19 on the clock here in the first period. As we take a look at the replay, Miller from atop the right circle down to the goal line. Middendorf swung it to the low slot. Nachbar couldn't get a stick on it. And before that loose puck could be picked up by anybody on the South Carolina side, Drew DeRitter got to it first. So Nachbar wins the puck back for his team. 20 seconds to go on the power play here. A pass in front of the net intended for Thompson. Didn't get there. So Miller again. To the blue line, Rodzinski. Back for Rodzinski. His one-timer. He completely missed it. And it comes out to center. So Thompson again with his back turned. Sends it down the wall. Micah Miller on it. Out of the box is Carson Denemy. He'll join the play. And Denemy whacks the puck out of midair off of the diagonal feed from the left point to the near side hash marks, I should say. Adjacent to the half boards. Now South Carolina has it in their own defensive zone. Successful penalty kill for Atlanta. But skating from left to right comes Weiss. He tries to dance through Hansel. But Hansel stops number 36 down in his tracks. But South Carolina comes right back in. Hofer has a man, but DeRitter gets to the puck ahead of the oncoming Stingray. Really a quiet first period, but if you're the Gladiators, that's how you'd prefer it. South Carolina can score with the best of them. 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the second, 2 goals in the third last night. They put 6 on Atlanta at Gas South Arena. So Hofer against Murray on the faceoff, won by Murray. And Jarvis, D-to-D for Datema. And out through the middle, the puck bounces, and right next to the Gladiator bench, Hofer again drives it into the Gladiator zone. Taking a big shoulder was Jarvis. But before he took the hit, he played it out. But the puck does come past the goal line. That will be a SenXL icing. Hope Jarvis is all right, who got banged up a little bit during the last Gladiator road trip. Missed last night's game, but is back now. 59 seconds to go here in the first period. Be sure to stick around on YouTube during the intermission. We've got best games of January and February coming your way. As Micah Miller loses the draw, Jarvis finds Datema. Lifted out to center. Cody Sylvester on after it. It's picked up by Murray. He'll pull up. Right side point, but his pass is intercepted. Miller speeds on Datema. He's got Combs driving to the goal. But Datema wins the battle against his oncoming attacker. The puck played past Combs inside his own blue line. Randy Hernandez works up with it. But now South Carolina has it back here. 25 seconds to go in the period. Atlanta and South Carolina scoreless from the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center. Blake Murray, a quick pass in the final 12 seconds. He's iced the puck. And Gibson plays it away with his goal stick. But the whistle for the icing came first, so an offensive zone face-off draw will most likely end this first period. A happy St. Patrick's Day weekend to everybody watching. Monday, officially St. Patrick's Day. But the Stingrays celebrating. Those are pretty cool uniforms. Again, seeing the Stingrays wear green, a little odd. But hey, it's ECHL hockey. A lot of specialty nights all throughout the league. Last year, Atlanta had a St. Patrick's Day game against the Toledo Walleye. Now, those jerseys were sweet. So Hofer against Cipollone. Linesman says, Joey, get that stick back. As a matter of fact, get out of the dot. Cipollone shakes his head and said, I'm not getting out of the dot. And I guess the linesman obliged. Face-off win for Cipollone, so I guess whatever adjustment he made worked. And that does it for the first period. Now we've got some pushing and shoving at the horn here. We have a helmetless Gladiator right next to the bench. That was Blake Murray as he took a hit from Ryan Hofer. Murray talking to the official saying, was that really necessary right at the horn? We'll see if anything comes out of that. Hofer skates away, looks up to the scoreboard and hopes that a penalty wasn't putting up there on him. Cody Sylvester comes over and says, what's that all about? To the one referee in tonight's game, that's Mr. Nolan Boyer, number 31. And Connor Moore comes over as well. Here is the replay for those watching on Flow Hockey. Well, this is not the correct replay, unfortunately. They're just showing highlights of the first period, but really an interesting scrum ensuing there at the end. We'll see if any penalties come out of it. But before that, we'll head to a quick break. And then when we return, stick around for the intermission.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticKnit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; VFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators Hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you after 20 minutes. Atlanta and South Carolina tied 0-0. The shots on goal after 27-5 in favor of Atlanta. The power plays, there was only one. South Carolina went 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Carson Denemy, a 2-minute minor for tripping, taken at 16:05. Drew DeRitter made 5 saves on 5 shots in between the pipes for your Atlanta Gladiators, while Mitchell Gibson for the Stingrays denied 7 of 7. As we have a shoot to win going on right now at North Charleston Coliseum. You win $10,000 if you can get the puck through the tiny hole. I really want to see this young lady win 10 grand. The crowd audibly gasped. That last chance was close. Hold on. We got some impromptu play-by-play coming your way. Does she not have another chance? Oh, man, she doesn't have another chance. That's a shame. Well, maybe next time. Anyway, Mitchell Gibson made 7 saves on 7 shots for the South Carolina Stingrays. And really, that's all I have to report on that first period. The little scrum between Hofer and Murray did not result in a penalty. The shots on goal leaders for the Gladiators, Chad Nychuk had 2 and multiple players with 1. South Carolina had 5 players with 1 shot on goal in that first period. With that, it's time to throw it back to a Gladiator game against the South Carolina Stingrays, and I'm taking you back to March of last season, March the 10th to be exact, when Atlanta took down South Carolina by a final score of 2-1. That was a fun game.
It's Gasiewicz, one-timer by Markazan. He scores! Marshy does it again to the Stingrays. And with 11:54 to go in the first period, Atlanta has jumped out in front. There's Gasiewicz at the circle. He had a man right next to him, and what do when you're pinned up to the half wall like that? Some speed. Watch out, O'Neal from the left circle to the right circle. Back for Evans. Oh, what a save by Griegels. A bump is Markazan, and some open ice, it's more, and the Stingrays score on a deflection by Jack Adams, 28 seconds into the period, and we are tied. Adams was hyped up about that deflection. Let's take a look. Connor Moore, a blue liner that just has a knack for getting pucks towards the net and getting his stick down. In front to the back door, nobody standing there for the Glads. Zach Yoder in the corner, gets smudged by Jack Adams. Near side circle, Markazan, what a feed, here's loose, it's blocked, Markazan has the puck come to him, and he scores! Michael Markazan with his second goal of the game. And with 1:54 left to go in regulation, the Glads are on top. There's Looser. His shot got blocked, and where did it land, baby? Right onto the stick of Marshy, and he deposits it.
Michael Markazan in his first professional season, scoring 2 goals that night to give the Gladiators a 2-1 win on home ice. Almost a year to the day that Atlanta took down South Carolina. That was our chance to throw it back to a fun moment from last season. And that means it's time for our throwback player, which I promise that I have in a moment. Here it is, the Where Are They Now player of the game, and that's Carson Gusevich, who had a point that night. Number 15 has played 59 games with the Florida Everblades this season. What a year he's had. 22 goals, 25 assists for 47 points, 68 penalty minutes, and he's a plus 26. The Gladiators certainly miss Gusevich down the middle, but good to see him having success with the back-to-back-to-back defending Kelly Cup champion Florida Everblades, who have also clinched a spot alongside the South Carolina Stingrays in the Kelly Cup playoffs for this season. Let's head to another quick break, and then when we return, I've got the best games of January.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Here comes Savannah on the rush, right off the get-go. Armour in front for Gay. And a stick save made by DeRitter. Evan Noss keeps the puck the line. The one-timer for Sajin is blocked. Here's Jerry Leon in front. He scores. At the point, Brendan Datema skates up, sends it down the boards. Here's the Glads in some open space. Marcin Kavix scores! Waiting for the puck, it doesn't get there. Now Drevich stuffs it in. To the corner, Ross Armour, number 19. Here's Paquet, diagonal feed for Vitelli. Backdoor, score. It's Armour, a power play goal. Cormier out of his cage. Now the Gladiators don't score. Pearson scores! Takes a peek beneath the goal line. To the outside, Sassana. Drevich gets it right back, scores. Savannah wins it, and they'll get an immediate clear, and it might be a breakaway. Granowitz to the net, he scores. Reese Vitelli left circle across for Armour, they score. Down the boards, Jackson Pearson at the right circle. Brandon Sajin all over him. Hausinger in front, they score! Cody Sylvester, top of the right circle. Weaves around Vitelli, his former teammate. Firiolo for Topatic. Quick tap, set in front. They score! A power play goal by Blake Murray. And it's 6-4 with 7:05 to go. Sassana cannot clear. Here's Sylvester in some open space. Right circle to the goal line. Murray takes a peek. They score! Neely with the work on the face-off in the dot. Sylvester plays catch with Murray in the corner in a tight area. He finds Furiolo, who walks in. The one-timer, score! Cody Sylvester, a power play goal, and it's 1-0 Atlanta. They gave up 2 power play goals to the Ghost Pirates. Ross Armour first, Logan Drevich next, as they look for another, and they've got it. Evan Noss, number 26, to the near wing. Kyle Jeffers holds on to the puck. He's double teamed into some open space. Noss shoots and scores. Yoder to center. Stopped down by Anania. And Batelli works in, and Hyder gets down to make a beautiful save. Neely behind the Ghost Pirates net, wraps it around, comes loose for Topatic, who shoots, and the puck loose. Black doesn't know where it is, and they score on a delayed penalty. Cody Sylvester, with his 200th point as a Gladiator, ties the game. A minute 49 into the second. And right along the half boards in the defensive zone. Beautiful feed from Galloway to Armstrong. Marquezan to Galloway. Save. Rebound. Score. Easton Armstrong. It's a 3-2 Glads lead. Carson Denemy gets physical with Armour. The puck kicked ahead for Drevich. Here is Pauliani. Left circle. Leaves it back for Sassona. Excellent work by Pearson, but they score anyway. It's a power play goal. Jarvis with 15 seconds left to go. Wheels behind the cage. Draws a penalty. Saved by Black. Puck in front. Dietema scores! Up the ice. Here's Jeffers. He splits through the Glad's defense, and Hyder swats it away with the blocker. Pirates bench. So Noss finds Ewens. Head coach Jared Stahl changing up the defensive pairings just a little bit, searching for some more offense. Mid-slot, Jared shoots, save, and Granowitz denied on the doorstep by Hyder. Darrow on his knees, back to the line. What a display by the Cyclones, and they score. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. The Cyclones still streak through center. Dante Sheriff again, a drop pass for Ashbrook in front of the goal. They try to stuff it in, and they do. Cincinnati takes a 2-0 lead. Here's a slapper from Galloway. Score! Connor Galloway scores his first pro goal, and it's 2-1. Let's take a look at the replay. It was a bouncing puck, settled by Galloway, and he blasted it. Penalty killing work by number 18, but the puck dug free by Kressler. Sharp one-timer in front. Score. Cincinnati on the power play extends their lead to 3-1. Behind the net, Blake Murray. Derek Topatic has it at the right circle. Hashmucks. Puck on his forehand to the goal line. Cody Sylvester. The puck bounces. He now has it. Right circle. He shoots. Scores! Cody Sylvester with a power play goal, and it's a 3-2 game. Let's take a look at the replay. Cody Sylvester from the goal line to the right circle, and the place he calls home. Matthew Goslin in the box as the Gladiators score! Easton Armstrong deflects it in, and we're tied. It's a power play goal for the Glads, and it's a 3-3 game. Cross-ice feed to Easton Armstrong, and he tipped it in. So the Gladiators convert on the power play, and it's a 3-3 score. 16:53 to go in the third. Eric Neely skates into the puck. He's met by number 5, Ryan McCleary. Now he's smudged up along the back glass. Coming loose with the puck is Armstrong to the front. Score! Jeremy Hansel on defense with Zach Yoder and Eric Neely and Cody Sylvester, the extra two forwards. An immediate poke check by Neely. Sylvester for the hat trick.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticKnit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you. Atlanta tied 0-0 with South Carolina after 20 minutes of play from the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center. Hope all of you enjoyed the best games of January during the intermission. Best games of February coming up after the second period. We're 45 seconds away from that. The start of the second period, I should say. 12 combined shots on goal in that first period between these two teams. Atlanta with the edge. 7-4 over South Carolina. Around the ECHL, of course, the Kansas City Mavericks, as I mentioned, win 3-2 in overtime over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Savannah and Jacksonville yet to get underway. Puck will drop in around 5 minutes. Florida and Orlando tied 0-0. The puck will drop in just a couple of minutes in that game as well. Need Orlando to lose. Glads have not gotten much help from their South Division friends when going head-to-head against the Orlando Solar Bears. But maybe that changes with the Florida Everblades taking on Orlando. When you need a win, just call Florida. As the puck won back by South Carolina, your starters presented by CenXL Georgia for the Gladiators, Jeremy Hansel and Chad Nychuk on defense. Blake Murray, number 92, with Carson Denemy and Randy Hernandez. Atlanta will skate from left to right. South Carolina will skate from right to left. Drew DeRitter remains in between the pipes for the Gladiators. He went 5 for 5 in that first period. Mitchell Gibson on the other side for South Carolina stopped all 7 shots he saw as well. Turned over by the Gladiators. So now South Carolina can get set up. Josh Wilkins at the blue line. He brought it back in over the line after it came out. That's an offsides. Once again, tonight's scratches: Easton Armstrong, Anthony Furiolo, Alex Campbell, the captain Eric Neely, and Dominic's Marcin Kavix. For South Carolina, they're without Zach Funk, number 16, Jacob Graves, the captain, Garen Bjorklund, who is the one goaltender not dressing, and Troy Murray, number 40. So the Stingrays, wearing their green St. Patrick's Day jerseys, move the puck out to center. Dylan Carabio will ladle it in behind the net. So Gibson gets a touch on the puck, and he coughs it up. Joey Cipollone, right circle, shoots, patted away by Gibson. Rebound comes out for Pearson. His try stopped by Gibson, too. And now Biddendorf picks up a loose puck as play starting to open up a little bit here. Joey Cipollone gets physical with his man, brings him down to the ice in the defensive zone. And now the puck will squirt free. A 3-on-2 for Atlanta. Dragging and shooting is Sylvester. He gets knocked down to the ice, and his chance went awry. Stepping up is Thompson on the counter. From right to left, he one-hands the puck to the right wing side, so it's Sustalev, the former third-round pick of the Washington Capitals in the 2022 NHL entry draft. Sustalev. Biddendorf will bring it back in over the Gladiator line. Down low for an oncoming Klimek, the defenseman, who is heading towards the Gladiator net. No tip ever got to DeRitter. So now Pearson, at the end of his shift, makes the defensive play. Gets the puck back for his defense. Played right back up. Atlanta might have numbers as Cipollone stayed onto the ice. But he lost the board battle. And now it'll be a 2-on-2. Here's Weiss weaving to the right. Holds the puck around the net. His centering feed didn't get through. So Klimek at the blue line. A one-timer from the right off of the stick of Moore is blocked. The Glads clear it out. There will be enough on this for icing. Robbie says, how's the legs? that means I have to share the story. Come on, Robbie. That's all right. Robbie is the best. How can I be mad at Robbie? Yes. I have a very how would you describe it, Robbie? Front kick? Like a rocket a little bit? Maybe I'll do it on the broadcast. I'll wear the loose pants for those broadcasts. But I can get my kick up quite high, as here's a chance for South Carolina. DeRitter comes out, makes the save. Robbie says hidden talent. I'll just go to Indeed real quick. Rockets. Rocketta. I don't think I'd be hired as a Rocket. I don't think I fit many of the criteria. But the one criteria I do fit is I can get my legs that high. I can kick. Former kickboxer in my heyday. Robbie says, let's go. But the legs are feeling good. Legs are feeling good. South Carolina with the puck here in the offensive zone. Robbie says, I can send the video. You please send the video. And to any fans on the YouTube who want to see the video. So South Carolina moves it down low. Dean Locust, number 13, takes a hit. Romain Rodzinski, who had 2 goals last night, the blue liner in deep. He takes a hit to the back from Markazan, shoved right down by number 33. So Hansel, he'll streak it up the left wing side. In hard on the puck is Chad Nychuk, number 39. So back-to-back shifts, and where we see first pairing defensemen go down deep into the offensive zone in pursuit of some offense here. With each team still tied 0-0, 16:27 on the clock in the second, as Gibson gets a freeze. So Blake Murray takes the draw against Micah Miller. Murray with a clean face-off win. Shooting is Topatic. He missed the net. So Connor Moore, number 74. He'll get a lot of air under this puck. No icing, says the linesman. So Topatic around the boards. Getting tied up here is Murray. He's now pressed to the corner boards. But now Atlanta with some speed. Denemy over to the near wing for Hernandez. He tried to fly right past Thompson, who stopped number 81 down in his tracks. But let's talk about Randy Hernandez for a moment. I've been really impressed with the first-year pro, not just today, but all season long. 55 games played, including tonight. 18 points. Your first year in the league, he's made quite an impact. He's one of those players that you Glads fans will want to keep an eye on, whether he's with the Gladiators or not next season. I think there's a lot more there for Randy. As Charlie Combs skates in, back to the right point, and we're going to have a stoppage here. Do we finally have a penalty? Maybe. I believe we do. I think we have a cross-check coming our way. South Carolina has had the only power play of the game. You know what that means. We're due. And how about that? A 2-minute bench minor for too many men on the ice, served by Josh Wilkins. So the Gladiators go to the power play. Last night, Atlanta was 0 for 3 on the man advantage at 12.6% entering play tonight. South Carolina wins the draw. Hofer dumps it in. And the Glads had the benefit of Eric Neely in last night's game, not tonight. So Cody Sylvester, Chad Nychuk, Jackson Pearson on the ice with Jeremy Hansel. I believe that's Joey Cipollone out there as well. That is Cipollone. He plays the puck for an oncoming Nychuk. He stops and starts at the left wing corner. Back to the line, moving in is Hansel. He misses the net. So Cipollone behind the goal. Around the boards. To the left side, Pearson. To the hash marks, nobody home. Back up top, Hansel off of the give and go. Hansel has the puck back. Nychuk walks in, down to the goal line. Cipollone turns and fires. And Gibson makes the save. He's frustrated. But a nice try there by Joey Cipollone. It's good to see Atlanta trying something new on the power play when what's been going on recently clearly hasn't been working. You're not going to change the personnel, maybe change what a couple of your looks are on the man advantage. Of course, the Gladiators are so heavily rely upon Cody Sylvester at that right circle and Derek Topatic at the line. It's nice to see Joey Cipollone get a touch and try to do something with it. John says, I have the video of the first time you tried cream spinach. I should share that. Please don't. I do not like cream spinach. Who does like cream spinach? I mean, come on. If you do, I won't judge you. So Topatic behind his own net for Tyler Drevich. Here's two foods I don't like. You guys can roast me in the comments real quick as the Glad still on the power play. Popcorn and cereal. As the pass across into the right wing corner, Blake Murray looked to get on it. He pushes it up the wall. We have a battle here, but it's kept in by Topatic. Right point to the circle. Back for Topatic. His one-timer blocked by the upper body of Denemy, who may have gotten that puck to the back of the neck. Robbie says SMH. I know, right? No popcorn or cereal. Dad chimes in and says Doritos too. Thanks. Let me get the shovel here, dig a little bit more. As Drevich fights through a stick check, but Hofer steals. Ryan Hofer with speed. Power play for the Gladiators over. Tyler Weiss takes a hit by Datamo, gets physical with number 36. Jarvis will reverse for Datamo. Drevich inside of the blue line. He'll walk up slowly with the puck, maneuvers it away from Hofer. And it's dumped in cross corner by Datamo. Zach Yoder pinches up at the goal line. He'll shoot. Saved by Gibson. Back for Yoder. He looks to turn and fire. Hansel now at the line. He drops it off for a shifting Nychuk. But getting to the puck first will be South Carolina. And it's shoveled in again. Hofer will race over to the bench and get a much-needed line change for the Stingrays. 9-6, the shots on goal as we approach the halfway mark of the hockey game. Liam Gotimer here with you live on YouTube and Flow Hockey. Thank you so much for joining me here on a Saturday night. Yoder can't keep the puck in, so he'll inadvertently kick it ahead soccer style for the Stingrays, who had the puck in over the line, but it's whacked right back out by the Gladiators. And the linesman gives Atlanta the benefit by not calling the icing down. So now South Carolina will have to work up with it. They try to find their legs. Drew DeRitter out of the net, finds his defense, and out through the middle with some speed comes Cranford and Pearson, barely onside. Pearson shot the puck, blocked in front. We have a delayed penalty as a Stingray goes down. Perhaps a stick taken up high. That was Austin McGarrah, who went down and drew the penalty. Pearson took the shot. He fanned on it, and it was not Pearson who took the penalty. It was Ryan Cranford. Not a high stick. That's a hook. So the Glods get a power play. Now the Stingrays get another power play. As each team trying to break the ice in this contest. Cranford to the box. We'll head to immediate timeout. 11:48 to go in the second period. We are still scoreless. Back here on YouTube and Flow Hockey, Liam Gotimer here with you. South Carolina honoring their hometown hero, a member of the United States Air Force. Wonderful stuff. For anybody that has served or is currently serving, thank you so much. Heroes Night last night for the Gladiators. So, South Carolina to the power play. Here we go. For the second time tonight, a slapper from the right circle off of the stick of Wilkins. Blocked in front, and now Atlanta will have a chance here, short-handed. Here is Denemy. He'll drag again like last night, and this time he misses to the glove hand of Gibson. That was almost a carbon copy of the move that Carson Denemy pulled last night. That would have been something. 2 identical shorthanded goals in back-to-back games. Glads have it shorthanded again. Carson Denemy, like a magnet. This shot taken by the Stingrays, but disjointed right now. Our South Carolina on the power play. Combs tries to slow it and settle it down. To the top, Moore, a quick tap to the right wing side. Shooting is McGarrah. A save by Drew DeRitter. The goaltending duel continues. 10:45 to go in the second period. Here's a one-timer from the right, blocked. Sustalev, left circle, the swing to the blue line. Connor Moore shoots, and DeRitter got a piece with his glove hand. Sustalev again. Left dot, his pass to the middle, cleared out by Derek Topatich. So Gibson out of his net. He's at the far side of the ice at the goal line. He'll play it to the near side. Knockbar with a beautiful feed. As South Carolina comes in on side, they shoot, save, rebound, and DeRitter kicks the follow-up away. To the blue line again. Weiss at the bottom of the left circle, sent out by Atlanta. Drew DeRitter hasn't had to make many big-time saves in tonight's game, but that is certainly one of them. As Weiss works in again, here is Micah Miller. He wraps it around. Stop made by DeRitter. Romain Rodzinski looking for 3 goals in 2 games against the Gladiators in back-to-back nights. Thompson for Weiss, his one-timer blocked by a broken stick in front, and they score! What an unfortunate play for the Gladiators. And it's Romain Rodzinski again. Thompson at the blue line, one-timer, blocked by the broken stick, and then a follow-up shot came in. It was gloved by Hansel. He dropped the puck. It deflected off of the upper body of DeRitter. And then Rodzinski had an easy goal. So South Carolina has scored. Romain Rodzinski has the hottest stick in the ECHL among blue liners. 36 games played. He now has 6 goals, but 3 in the last 5 periods. The goal for South Carolina. Get it to you in just a moment when it comes through here. Stingrays still in the attacking zone here after the goal as they look for another, and DeRitter makes a big save. Shots on goal, 4-2 here in this second period in favor of South Carolina. The Stingrays have broken the ice, and they are up 1-0. The goal comes at 10:27. Romain Rodzinski, his 6th goal of the year, assisted by Micah Miller and Tyler Weiss. Mitchell Gibson has made 9 saves on 9 shots for the Stingrays. Drew DeRitter, 9 for 10. For Atlanta, draw one back again by South Carolina, and face off, such a key element of winning hockey games. Atlanta had done better in the dot over the last few games. Jackson Pearson has the puck in his own zone. A quick tap for an oncoming Topatic, who shoots. Save made by Gibson. The puck behind the net, taking a hit, is Topatic. Drevich centers a one-timer from Pearson. Blocked in front. And here comes a 2-on-1 rush for South Carolina. Getting back nicely is Topatic. So Soko settles for a rink-wide feed into the near corner, which goes awry. South Carolina still with the puck here, though, in the Gladiator end. Played to the middle, nearly a wide-open opportunity for Weiss. That was dangerous. But Atlanta will come out on the rush as they try to tie the game. Jackson Pearson drops it off. Joey Cipollone fires. Blocked by a Stingray in front. Just past the 8-minute mark here in the second period, a neutral zone turnover by the Stingrays. Here's Ryan Cranford in over the line onside, stopped by Gibson. Man, Mitchell Gibson so compact in the net. Doesn't let out a lot of big rebounds. Jarvis, he'll turn back in the neutral zone and he'll fire in. Mickey Burns, number 10, after the puck in the right wing corner. He loses it. Charlie Combs, number 7, will one-hand the puck to himself. Combs will go off for a line change. Moved up ahead by the Gladiators. This will be a Set XL icing. Tracy says, boo, we will get it back. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Around the ECHL, of course, keeping an eye on the South Division. 2-0 Jacksonville leads over Savannah. We're not halfway through the first period in that game. And Orlando red hot, 1-0 over Florida. No help. Whether it's Greenville, Jacksonville, Florida, no help to the Gladiators from other teams in the South Division. As we have a penalty, and I believe the Stingrays have taken a penalty in the offensive zone. It's going to be a high stick. And they did not get the Stingrays. They got Tyler Drevich. South Carolina had the puck when play was whistled down, but Drevich goes into the box and takes a seat, a high sticking penalty. And right now, in a 1-0 hockey game, in a contest that's been as tight as this one has been, a 2-goal deficit seems like a 4-goal deficit. Megara wins the draw back. Wins the puck back, on the draw. One-timer by Moore, save by DeRitter. And remember these next few minutes for Drew DeRitter if he's able to continue to make key stops to keep South Carolina off the board for a second time. Because even though things don't look too good on the offensive side for the Gladiators, with the score the way it is right now, still a one-shot game. Pearson in his own end wins the draw back. Atlanta looks to clear, and they will. Shoveled out of the zone. 2 minutes for a high stick. So South Carolina 0 for 3 on the power play last night. Looking to avoid going 0 for 3 so far today. As Denemy has the puck shorthanded in some open space in the corner. He's got a late man. It's Hansel. He'll turn back at the left wing corner. Tom says 2 is only 2, Liam. I know, but with the way South Carolina is playing right now, not a lot of room on the ice. Stingrays set up here. Bagheera to the trapezoid, to the right dot. A slap pass to the front. And DeRitter, what a save. Charlie Combs got a deflection on that. And for Drew DeRitter to stay positionally sound through all of that. Wilkins with the slap pass. That first save was the best of the 3. But to be able to close it all up and stop the secondary opportunity. That's good stuff from Drew DeRitter. So Micah Miller and Joey Cipollone on the faceoff. Cipollone wins it, but South Carolina takes the puck. Extra effort play from Micah Miller. We saw that so much last year as Weiss shoots. Stopped by DeRitter's glove hand. Miller will lay it to the line. Rodzinski back for Miller. High riser over the net. Janine says, I just joined the chat. Hey, Janine. What's going on? Haven't seen you on the YouTube. I know you've been watching. It's great to have you in the chat. .547 to go here in the middle frame. Liam Gotimer here with you on YouTube and Flow Hockey. Pearson wins the puck away from his former teammate and Mike Miller. The Glads look to clear. 40 seconds to go on the power play, and Jackson Pearson will do just that. Good defensive play there by the Zionsville, Indiana native. There might be another neutral zone chance as Denemy takes advantage of a South Carolina turnover. He'll go hard into the corner boards and still has the puck here at the top of the zone. He'll fire. Gibson makes a glove save, but he could not freeze the puck. He stops it with his mitt. So now Thompson up the ice. Thompson in his 300th ECHL game weaves to the right point, but he's forced out of the zone. Out of the box comes Tyler Drevich. All is good. Penalty killed. And as I mentioned, right, look at the last 2 minutes and Drew DeRitter, what he's been able to do in between the pipes, keeping this a one-shot game. Giving his team a chance to win. 2-on-1 here for South Carolina. Closed off. Good defensive play. Not sure who was back there for Atlanta. That was Brendan Datema. Datema continues to impress in his second pro year. So Drevich to center, faking the slapper is Silvestri. He leaves the puck back. But the Atlanta player had vacated the space. That was Topatic. Here's an opportunity for South Carolina. Save made by DeRitter. He fought that one off as we have a stoppage and a penalty. going to be 2 minutes for a slash on South Carolina. So Atlanta will go to the power play with an opportunity to even up this score. Ben Howardchuk goes to the box. Let's head to immediate timeout. Glads to the power play when we return. Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators hockey. It's 1-0 South Carolina. We are 15 minutes and 49 seconds into the second period of play from the North Charleston Coliseum and Performing Arts Center in North Charleston, South Carolina. But Ben Howardchuk goes to the box, 2 minutes for a slash. Atlanta on the power play. So a shorthanded rush. Micah Miller for Magera, saved by DeRitter. A shorthanded breakaway for South Carolina. Now Micah Miller will clear again. Here is Chad Nychuk in front of the net, taken away and banked off the neutral zone boards by South Carolina. Right back onto the stick of Drew DeRitter. 3:25 and counting to go here in the second period. Atlanta on the power play. For just joining us for another minute 10. They have the puck in the neutral zone, and the man with the biscuit on his twig is Jeremy Hansel. But as he tried to backhand it into the attacking end, it was cleared right back out. So Nychuk reverses it for Tyler Drevich. His pass up the ice for Topatic, easily taken by South Carolina and cleared. The Stingrays on the penalty kill this season, 87.4% after another perfect night on the man advantage last night. So DeRitter out of his net. Here is Derek Topatic, Atlanta's midseason all-star, leads the club with 28 helpers on the year. Mickey Burns sends in. He speeds to the area. Atop the right circle, Tyler Drevich. Burns has the puck. He passes it out to the high slot, but it's one-handed back into the grasp of the Stingrays. Here's another shorthanded opportunity, but a quick stick by Carson Denemy will force the puck to the far side half boards. Tom says, are we still taking names for the Glad's first goal? Of course we are. Let me know who your prediction is. As South Carolina has killed off another Gladiator power play. Atlanta really struggling on the man advantage overall, but specifically on the road. As Brendan Datema goes down, but South Carolina gets it all the way into the attacking zone. 2 minutes, with 2 minutes of rest, Ben Howardchuk goes in hard on the forecheck. But South Carolina forced to pick it up right next to the Atlanta bench, and we have a hand pass. That's funny, Fuzzy. You got to smile out of me. Tom says, if so, I'm going with Tyler Drevich. Fuzzy says, let me guess, Yoder. I don't know of a game in which Tom has not guessed Yoder. That's a fan right there. Zach playing tonight on a line with Michael Marquezan and Connor Galloway. And here is Galloway. Nychuk drives in. He gets bodied off by Riley Webb. Zach Yoder on the puck. Imagine Zach Yoder scores the one game where Tom does not predict Zach to score the first goal. He's on the ice right now, just saying. Right now, he's defending as we have 65 seconds to go here in the second period. 1-0 South Carolina if you're just joining us. Romain Ronzitsky, who scored the goal, floats a feed cross corner, tied up as a Gladiator behind the net. That allows South Carolina to overtake. Charlie Combs at the goal line will take a lap around the Gladiator net. At the line, a quick snapshot, misses wide of DeRitter. Shots 18-11, South Carolina. Here is Connor Galloway with Yoder in over the attacking line, but the pass got deflected, and now Wilkins skates it on the offensive. But getting his stick down is Dylan Carabia, and Atlanta will clear. Joey Cipollone gets tripped up in the neutral zone. He went flying like Superman. That's a penalty on the Stingrays. And now we've got some pushing and shoving ensuing. I don't think Derek Topatic and Dylan Carabia like that at all. Let's take a look at the replay. What happened here in the neutral zone? It's knee on knee. That's dangerous. Why are you sticking your leg out there if you're a Stingray? And Dylan Carabia and Derek Topatic, they may not be fighters per se, but they're not going to stand for that as Charlie Combs heads off. So Atlanta gets a late power play here in the second period. If they do not score, they will have 1 minute and 37 seconds of power play time come the final frame. That was dangerous. It's good to see Joey Cipollone up and okay, and he will join the Gladiators for this power play. 2 minutes for tripping at 19:36 on Combs. So Pearson wins the faceoff. That's a good start. Hansel back to the line. Hansel has the puck back here. Here is Pearson who shoots. That was a good scoring area for Pearson. Did not get through to the net. Here's Cody Sylvester. He hit the post. The puck came out to the left side half boards, blocked in front. Cody Sylvester came close to a power play goal, and that does it for the second period. After 40, the South Carolina Stingrays have a 1-0 lead. Romain Rodzinski with the only goal. Jeff Galloway says, hi, Liam. Hey, Jeff. A little interesting tidbit. Did you know Galloway and Megara played youth hockey together? I do know they played youth hockey together, but not specifically. Austin alternated between the AAA Thunder, now the Junior Preds, and the AA Duluth Phoenix with Connor. That's awesome. 2 hometown kids, one playing for the Stingrays, one playing for the Gladiators. Thank you for the note. Hockey is indeed a small world. And Megara, one great player. Connor Galloway, the same. As we'll head to the intermission, Atlanta on the power play for 1:37 once the third period begins. I've got best games of February coming your way, but before that, a recap after this commercial break.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators Hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you live on Flow Hockey and YouTube. As always, it is an absolute pleasure after 40 minutes of play, Atlanta and South Carolina in a duel. It's 1-0 Stingrays. The only goal of the game came at 10:27 of the second period. Romain Rodzinski, who had 2 goals last night on the road for South Carolina against Atlanta, adds another. He now has 6 on the season. This goal assisted by Mike Miller and Tyler Weiss. Jeremy Hansel tried to glove the puck down on a really soft shot from the perimeter, but he gloved it off of Drew DeRitter's shoulder down to ice level, wide open net. Easy goal for Rodzinski. The shots on goal in that second period, South Carolina really did control things. They outshot Atlanta 13-4. 18-11 in favor of the Stingrays for the game. The power plays, Atlanta is 0 for 2. They will have 1 minute and 37 seconds of power play time to begin the third period, while South Carolina officially, like they were last night, 0 for 3 through the first 2 periods. The goaltenders, Mitchell Gibson, has made 11 saves on 11 shots, most certainly without a shadow of a doubt, pitching a shutout, an S-H-U-T-O-U-T, a shutout for Mitchell Gibson. Drew DeRitter has stopped 17 of 18. Do you hear me, hockey gods? But that is your recap of the second period. There were a few penalties in that middle frame. First, Josh Wilkins went to the box for too many men on the ice. He just served the penalty at 4:31. Then Ryan Cranford, a 2-minute minor for tripping at 8:12. Then Tyler Drevich, a 2-minute minor for a high stick at 12:58. The final 2 penalties of the period would both go to South Carolina. First to Ben Howardchuk, who went off at 15:49 for a slash. Then Charlie Combs at 19:36, who went off for a tripping minor. The Stingrays still have to kill off the remaining 1 minute and 37 seconds once again to begin the third, holding on to a 1-goal lead. Before we let you go to a quick break and then to the best games of February, let's take a look around the ECHL. Kansas City took down Greenville in overtime, splitting the 2 games at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena between last night and today. Of course, South Carolina up 1-0. The Jacksonville Icemen, the first period is not even out after a disappointing loss to the Orlando Solar Bears last night on home ice. Jacksonville up 3-0 over the Savannah Ghost Pirates, who just ended their 7-game losing streak last night in Estero against the Florida Everblades. Well, speaking of Estero and the defending back-to-back Kelly Cup champion Everblades, they are trailing 2-0 to the Orlando Solar Bears, who, with a win tonight and a Gladiator loss in regulation, can move 17 points ahead of Atlanta for that 4th and final playoff spot, with the amount of games in the regular season dwindling down by the day. With that, we'll head to a quick break, and then when we return, enjoy the best games of February right here on Flow Hockey YouTube and the Gladiators Game Network. The third period begins in roughly 12 minutes. We'll be right back.
The Atlanta Gladiators know that to perform at our best, we need to fuel our body the right way, and that's why we love Jason's Deli. With a wide variety of delicious sandwiches, fresh salads, and hearty soups, we can always count on a satisfying meal. The quality ingredients and generous portions keep us energized and ready for action. Whether it's a quick lunch or a hearty dinner, Jason's Deli is the perfect spot for players and fans alike to enjoy great food and stay energized. For meals that power our game, Jason's Deli is our top choice.
Have you ever watched a hockey game and thought, I could totally do that? Call the game and break down the action? Well, now is your chance to make that thought a reality with a unique and thrilling opportunity on The Call with Liam Gotimer. This one-of-a-kind program invites you to step into the broadcast booth with me for an exclusive hands-on experience in the world of sports broadcasting. Whether you're an aspiring broadcaster or a die-hard hockey fan, this is your chance to join in on the fun. Visit AtlantaGladiators.com for more information and how to sign up today.
The ECHL believes that hockey is more than a game. It's an opportunity, a chance to connect, a chance to embrace our differences, and a chance to bring our communities together, creating teamwork, memories, and a lasting bond along the way. When it comes to hockey, no matter how it's played, we do it together.
to the mid slot, now to the high slot. Montgomery fakes the slap shot, takes the wrister, and a pad save made by DeRitter. Matsushima has it back, reverses to the point, and Drew DeRitter makes a glove save on a fluttering puck. He'll drift to the wall. Himstrom blocks the pass. The ricochet comes back for Murray, who finds Marcinkiewicz. He scores! Patrick Marcinkiewicz scores the first goal of the game for the Gladiators with 15:47 to go in the second period. What a rocket into the top corner. Let's check out the replay on Flow Hockey. Marcinkiewicz from the dot into the net. 1-0 Atlanta. He takes a hit from Dominic Marcinkiewicz, but successfully played the puck across for Ryan Seedham. Eddie Matsushima picks the puck up, shoots, scores! Eddie Matsushima, we're tied, it's 1-1. The puck is stopped down right outside of the blue line, picked up by Sylvester, onside, scores! Cody Sylvester gives the Glads the lead right back, it's 2-1. Let's take a look at the replay for those watching on Flow Hockey. Sylvester dipped, ripped, and scored. Brett Budgel came inches away from tying this game. But the crossbar there to help out Drew DeRitter. Here's Markazan, scores! Michael Markazan on the backhand. It's 3-1 Glads. Number 33 comes up large with a big goal. He received the puck. What a backhand feed to Markazan. And he slipped it in right past his teammate in the FPHL, Brian Wilson. Center point, Parker Berg. No Carter Savoy, number 27. He's a key cog to this power play, but Bryce Brodzinski scores another, and Greenville takes a 1-0 lead. Nearly found a man in stride. That was Mikhail Robidoux, but turned back. Galloway saved by McKay. Rebound, score! Connor Galloway gets to his own rebound, and we're tied. 16:25 to go in the first. This one means a lot to me because in the parking lot, me and Connor Galloway got out of our cars at the same time. And I shouted to Galloway from one end of the parking deck to the other, "You're scoring a goal tonight," and yes, he did. Connor Galloway ties the game, and it's 1-1. Brent Peterson, left wing side. He'll curl at the circle, roll-offs, lets it go. Save to Ritter, he's down, and they score. Bryce Brodzinski with his second power play goal of the night. Furiolo for Markazan, he walks in, scores! Michael Markazan ties the game, it's 2-2. Michael Markazan does it again, and the Gladiators have even the score. Let's take a look at the replay. When he has some time and space, Markazan does not miss, and he goes glove side on McKay. We've got a brand new game. So Ben Poisson in the far corner. It's turned over. Marcinkiewicz for the win. Scores! Dominic Marcinkiewicz, and Atlanta takes a 3-2 advantage. First it was Connor Galloway who got to his own rebound on the Gladiators' first goal, and now it's Dominic Marcinkiewicz who does the same thing. Let's take a look at the replay. Pad save by McKay. And Marcinkiewicz was right there on the doorstep to knock it in. And Atlanta has the lead. It's 3-2. Berg back for Brodzinski. The hot hand shoots. It's blocked by Denemy. Denemy's got the puck. He's got a lane to the empty net. He dishes it off for Dylan Carabia, who scores! Dylan Carabia with his first goal of the season, and Atlanta takes a 4-2 lead. 3 assists entering tonight's game for Dylan Carabia this season, and he gets his first goal. And it comes via the empty net. An unselfish play by Carson Denemy, and an easy one for number 27.
body that will allow Gay to get a chance off of the give and go. Gay to the backdoor, they score. It's 1-0 Savannah. Here is Ewens off of the give and go. Ewens to the front, they score again. Just in front, and it's 2-0 Savannah. Tipped over his stick. Meanwhile, Cipollone for Campbell, and stick tied up. Meanwhile, another backdoor feed, and fanning on the shot was Boyko. That pass came from the right to the left. Here is Nychuk on the backhand. Score! Atlanta gets on the board. And who was it? Was that Alex Campbell in his debut? I believe it was. Missed the backdoor feed. Atlanta really needs to settle things down here. The Ghost Pirates in control. Left dot. Here's a chance. They score. The Ghost Pirates take a 3-1 lead in lads, but 3 opportunistic tallies for Savannah, despite Atlanta controlling the play. Boyko scores! Simon Boyko gets Atlanta their second goal with a beautiful stop. So Joey Cipollone drops the puck off for Simon Boyko. Scores! Simon Boyko with a sharp angle snipe. 2 goals in the game for number 8. It's 3 for real this time. No goaltender interference there. Simon Boyko makes no mistake. What a shot. The drop pass from Cipollone and Boyko over the left shoulder of Kincaid. And we're square. Now the Ghost Pirates will have a 2-on-1. Pauliani for the win. To the back door. Score. Devin Pauliani, the game-winning goal. Savannah wins 4-3 in overtime.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Have you ever watched a hockey game and thought, I could totally do that? Call the game and break down the action? Well, now is your chance to make that thought a reality with a unique and thrilling opportunity on the call with Liam Gotimer. This one-of-a-kind program invites you to step into the broadcast booth with me for an exclusive hands-on experience in the world of sports broadcasting. Whether you're an aspiring broadcaster or a die-hard hockey fan, this is your chance to join in on the fun. Visit AtlanticGladiators.com for more information and how to sign up today.
Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators Hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you, live on Flow Hockey and YouTube. Atlanta on the power play for another 97 seconds when we begin the third period. And we're a minute away from the start of the third. Tom says, hey, all Glads fans, friends, and staff. Please be aware of tonight's weather and be prepared to scramble to your safe spot if needed. When is the weather hitting the area and it hitting where I am at? Like Duluth, like Gas South Arena area? Will I be able to escape it before 8:30, 8:45 when this game ends? Let me know. Liam does not like driving in rain. Liam doesn't like losing hockey games either, and Atlanta trying to avoid that for a third straight game. Falling to the Toledo Walleye on the road last Sunday. Defeated 6-3 last night on home ice to the South Carolina Stingrays. Down 1-0 to the same Stingrays after 40 tonight. But they're on the power play for 1:37 to begin the third. South Carolina will skate from left to right wearing their St. Patrick's Day uniforms. Atlanta will skate from right to left wearing their road whites. Puck one back for Chad Nychuk. Cipollone with the spin and send in. Puck in the corner. South Carolina has it. An easy clear for Micah Miller. Got some air underneath the puck and sent it all the way out. 30 seconds gone by here in the third period. Atlanta on the power play for another 1:02. So Jeremy Hansel collects his own dump in. Nychuk moves it quickly to the right circle. An immediate shot from Sylvester did not get through to the net. And another clear for South Carolina. So Derek Topatic with the puck. Second unit on now. Mickey Burns with a quick tap pass for Blake Murray. And now Burns will look to get behind the defense. But a defensive recovery for the Stingrays. And now a shorthanded breakaway for the former Glad. Micah Miller scores. Micah Miller, backhand, 5-hole. Shorthanded. And Atlanta's now down 2-0. That's exactly how you did not want to start the period if you were the Glads. A clear off of the glass inside the defensive zone. And when it's a foot race between Micah Miller and Tyler Drevich, well, Miller, one of the fastest players in the ECHL. Miller blew past not just 74, but everybody on his way to the net. Backhand, 5-hole finish. Absolutely gorgeous. And it hurts a little bit more when a former Gladiator does it to you, right? Tracy says, my fam is in LA. There's a tornado somewhere, but not around them. Hope your family stays safe. So Miller scores a successful penalty kill for South Carolina as we return to full strength. 1:45 into the third period. 2-0, South Carolina leads. The goal came at 1:14. Micah Miller, shorthanded, his 19th from Ryan Hofer. So Miller from Hofer, his 19th, shorthanded. It's a classic Micah Miller goal. That was really well executed. DeRitter tried to extend with his pad, and he was beaten between the legs. So a 2-on-2 rush for South Carolina here, but a good stick lift by Mickey Burns. He just couldn't get it away. South Carolina too strong on the puck. So Thompson one-hands it to the trapezoid. Kicking it ahead to himself is Hofer. At the left point, it is Jordan Klimek, number 42. Jaden Lee to the right circle. Hofer now to the mid-slot. Sustalev fires on. DeRitter comes out to make a pad save. Lee again to the circle. A lot of space for Sustalev to operate. He'll backhand a feed cross ice. Intended for Middendorf. And now Cipollone will get it out. So Carson Denemy, number 18, who had 2 goals last night. Excuse me, that's not Denemy, that's Yoder. Saw the one and the long hair and, well, made an assumption. Dylan Carabia inside of the red line. He'll send it down deep. Glads keep it into the attacking zone, but Connor Moore gloves it down to himself. From the right corner to the left corner, Carabia can't keep it in. So here comes Nakbar over to the left. A one-timer save made by DeRitter. That was Hofer who let the blast go, and DeRitter came out to stop that. Backhanded by Nakbar, and the one-timer was stopped. That was actually Micah Miller with the one-timer, looking for his second. Not Hofer. Penalty upcoming on South Carolina as Brendan Datamo is taken down. So the Glads will go to the power play. 4 minutes here into the third. Crowd doesn't like the penalty. But Howard Chuck heads off for the second time tonight. Howard Chuck took a 2-minute minor for a slash at 15:49. Now goes off for a hook. Ball starting the face-off. Let's do it again. Atlanta's next game after tonight will come in 11 days. Education Day on the 26th, 10:30 a.m. The puck drops, Atlanta and Orlando. Keeping an eye on the Solar Bears and the Everblades. It is 2-0 Orlando. 3-0 Jacksonville leads over Savannah. That does it for South Division play. In terms of games that are not completed, Greenville losing to Kansas City earlier. So Atlanta on the power play, still looking for a power play goal. Percentage came in at 12.6 before the game as Nychuk lets a slapper fly over the head of Gibson. Nychuk shoots again, saved by Gibson with the glove hand. Good to see Nychuk shooting, though. But an easy glove save for Mitchell Gibson. Gibson played 3 seasons of college hockey at Harvard. One smart guy, that Mitchell Gibson. Atlanta controls off of the faceoff again, but the puck bounced on Nychuk. So Nychuk all the way back into his own zone. Atlanta with 11 shots in the game as we approach the 45-minute mark in around 20 seconds. So Hansel will dump it in from left to right. Joey Cipollone behind the net. For Nychuk at the half boards, he speeds to the area. Sylvester has the puck, takes a hit to the back from Moore. Rolled around to the near side. Hansel shoots a between the legs tip from Pearson, missed the net. Nychuk straight away. Right circle, Sylvester shoots. Stopped by Gibson. Atlanta on the power play for another 49 seconds. Hofer and Drevich duel in the draw. Ball start on the first attempt of the drop of the puck. Now it's down. Here's a quick pass to the left wing side. Nobody home for Atlanta. So DeRitter gets down, stops the puck with his stick. So Derek Topatic, as Atlanta searches for just one goal tonight. No clean entry found there, so Topatic will have to go to the neutral zone once more. Denemy has a man and a glove save made by Gibson. I believe that was Mickey Burns with the opportunity. Denemy to Burns, and a snapper caught by Gibson. They're playing the George Lopez theme music, by the way. Stop. I want to get up and dance. Stop playing it. Ryan Hofer does clear as he collides with a Gladiator. Power play is now just about over. 3 seconds now won. 6 minutes and change gone by. Howard chuck out of the box, nearly out of breakaway. But he couldn't corral that puck cleanly. South Carolina will come up ahead regardless. But now Atlanta overtakes. Blake Murray skates in. Stopped down by the Stingray defense. Played out to the defensive zone for Andrew Jarvis. He takes a heavy hit. Goes down to the ice. Gets right back up. South Carolina again. Skate in over the attacking line. Down to the goal line. To the right circle. Rodzinski shoots. Save made by DeRitter. Jackson Pearson, number 19, will get some air under it. Send it down deep to the left of Mitchell Gibson. The Glads do keep it into the attacking zone. Nice work from Ryan Cranford there. But it's played out. And that's center. Laid right back in by the Glads. But the puck goes out of play and we'll have immediate timeout. Atlanta down 1-0 to the 2-0 to the South Carolina Stingrays now as Mike Miller has scored a shorthanded goal here in the third period. Welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators hockey. The South Carolina Stingrays mascot has a sign that says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." You're not going to fool me. A Stingray? Irish? Anyway, 7 minutes and change gone by. Shot from the right point, stopped by Gibson. He'll play it away. DeRitter out of his net. Looks to clear himself, and he took a penalty. Delay a game on Drew DeRitter. DeRitter doesn't like it. But DeRitter sent the puck out of the defensive zone, up over the glass, and into the lower bowl. And I believe South Carolina is going to the power play here with a chance to really put their foot down on this game. Cody Sylvester will serve the penalty for the Glads. So Topatic will move the puck from the left side of the ice to the right side of the ice, and Atlanta will get a clear. And hustling after the puck, shorthanded, will be Jackson Pearson. Pearson goes up against two Stingrays, and now Micah Miller picks the puck up, who has the only goal so far here in this third period. If you're just joining us, it's 2-0 South Carolina. And they are on the power play for another 25 seconds. A 2-minute minor for delay of game on Drew DeRitter, served by Cody Sylvester. So Romain Rodzicki already with a goal tonight. He works in. Wilkins left circle, back for Rodzinski. Micah Miller with a wrister. He missed the net. Eric Middendorf down to the left wing corner. Out to the top. Rodzinski, left circle. Wilkins shoots. It's tied up. Excuse me, that was Weiss. That's cleared. Amy says, am I the only one that thinks their mascot's head looks like a water buffalo? No, you're not alone in that. South Carolina sends it in. Sustalev looks to grab the puck, but Wilkins does. Second unit on now for the Stingrays. Sustalev lacks at it. Wilkins lays it to the line. Moore to the right circle. Magera, Moore again, drifts it to the left. The shot missed the net from Sustalev. Sustalev again. Connor Moore, one-timer Magera. Left pad save made by DeRitter. Here's another chance. Looking for a deflection in front. Missed the goal. Connor Moore to the goal line. Magera shoots, tries to go high short side and missed. And that does it for the Stingrays power play. Ten and a half minutes on the clock here in the third period. Cody Sylvester out of the box and into the play. Thought Ryan Cranford may have taken a stick up high, but he didn't. So Jeremy Hansel stops the puck down. Hansel on the backhand, out through center, deflected into the Stingrays zone. Gibson stops the puck, but he coughs it up. Here's Hansel, and he misses the net. Behind the goal again, right circle getting down is Sylvester on his knees. He plays it to the goal line, but Murray's feed back out to the top. Picked off here by the Stingrays. And now Jace Isley, number 11. He has Hansel all over him, who throws a punch to number 11. Blake Murray takes a hit from Isley as things starting to get physical now. But now Atlanta will exit the defensive zone with some speed. Nychuk fires. It's blocked. Atlanta still has it here. Top of the key. But Cranford lost it. And now 2-on-2 come the Stingrays. Here's a drag and shoot attempt by Locust. His try was blocked. Gloving the puck down to himself is Mickey Burns, and another save made by Gibson with the glove. Mickey Burns in just his second professional game, getting a couple of good opportunities. He's definitely been noticeable tonight. That last opportunity was because of Ryan Cranford floating the puck up. Burns gloved it down to himself, took a shot, and Gibson denied it. 5 shots on goal for each team here in the third period. .9:03 to go here in regulation. Atlanta trying to avoid getting shut out by Gibson and the Stingrays. The first time Mitchell Gibson has faced off against Atlanta this year. South Carolina overall has won 6 games in a row and 14 out of their last 16 games. The only 2 losses during that stretch. One of them was a 3-1 defeat in Estero to the Florida Everblades. And the other was a loss on home ice to the Atlanta Gladiators on February the 22nd. But since then, they've won 4 straight games on home ice. And once again, 6 games in a row overall, and 14 out of their last 16 have been victories. That's how good the South Carolina Stingrays have been, and that's how good they've had to be to become the number 1 team in the South Division, which they are entering play tonight. And they're 8 minutes away from a shutout win against the Gladiators. I say the word shutout well in hopes to jinx Mitchell Gibson. But he's had a nice night in net, hasn't had to make too many high-quality saves, if I'm being honest. Puck right next to the Gladiator bench. Sauce to the near wing. But South Carolina will turn it. This is Magera. Right circle. His shot takes a tip, and this is wide of the Ritter. At the blue line, Klimek shoots. Did not get through. Murray next to him. Here's a rink-wide feed to the front. Getting down to an E was Thompson. Getting taken down is a Stingray. The crowd wants a penalty. They are not going to get one. The crowd frustrated with the officials tonight, but your team's up 2-0. Not a lot to be upset about. Dumped in by the Glads again. Michael Marquezan lays a hit. Jaden Lee, number 6, will get it to the far side. And up the ice to center. Charlie Combs stops it down, and he'll whack it down deep. 6:43 to go here in the third. Tyler Drevich outside of the red line. Gets to the scorer's table. Dumps it in on Gibson again. Takeaway by the Glads here in the offensive zone, but South Carolina recovered quickly. So Padich will try another entry. Cipollone shoots from the right side. Gibson makes the save. Elects not to stop play. So from left to right, here come the Stingrays. Josh Wilkins around the boards. Drew DeRitter has it. There's pressure coming to his back, but he moves the puck in time. Amy says we need a heavy jinx on those Stingrays. I can't say. I can say Stingrays, sure. Got to watch what you say as you're a broadcaster, but Charlie Combs has the puck, throws it between the legs of a Gladiator. Down low, South Carolina with a lot of room to operate. They'll cut straight to the goal, and they score. Really easy goal there for the South Carolina Stingrays. They had the puck at the goal line, and nobody paid attention to Dean Locus, who scores the goal. And number 13 in his 42nd game gets goal number 1. I mean, just a ton of room to drive to the net if you're Wilkins, and that's exactly what he did. DeRitter did well to get his stick down and try to poke it away. So Padich and Cipollone were there, but to no avail. The puck goes in. 3 goals on 24 shots for South Carolina. Kathy says, shut out, shut out, shut out, shut out, shut out. I'll keep saying it, shut out. Shut out. Shut out, shut out. 5:20 to go in the third. First goal of the year for Locus. 15 minutes exactly. Gone by here in the third. Here's Atlanta in tight with an opportunity to backhand. A save by Gibson. Hold on, guys. I got something for you. Ready? Come on. Come on. Zoom in for me now. There it is. Mitchell Gibson has a shutout. That's for you, hockey gods. Special zoom in just for you. Goal comes at 14:23 for Locus. We'll get that zoom corrected. There we go. 4:15 to go here in the third. No icing. Datema picks up the puck right next to his own goaltender. Thanks for sticking around on Flow Hockey and YouTube. I appreciate it. The goal goes to Locus, his first, from Wilkins and Combs. Carson Denemy in the left wing corner couldn't pick it up. So now a 3-on-2 rush here for South Carolina, but driving his way towards the net is Weiss. He'll turn and fire. DeRitter makes the save. Weiss again at the right circle, down to the corner, now to the top. Moore will swing it to the left. Looks like a power play here for South Carolina. Thompson will dance around Hernandez to the line. Moore, one-timer, and shattering his stick is Middendorf. And DeRitter takes that opportunity to stop it. Anybody have any fun plans for this Saturday night? I'm going to go home, and I guess what I'm going to go do? Watch some hockey. Big East tournament going on right now. Dad says, does Locust score a goal once every 17 years? Such a dad joke. But I love you for it. We are heading to a commercial timeout. I was having so much fun, I found out late. We'll be right back.
The ECHL believes that hockey is more than a game. It's an opportunity, a chance to connect, a chance to embrace our differences, and a chance to bring our communities together, creating teamwork, memories, and a lasting bond along the way. When it comes to hockey, no matter how it's played, we do it together.
Back here on Flow Hockey and YouTube, Liam Gotimer here with you for the second of back-to-back games between Atlanta and South Carolina. 3:26 to go here in the game. Atlanta down 3 goals. They have to get the puck into the attacking zone and pull the goaltender immediately. We'll have to wait on that as they have iced the puck. And really, tonight, a continuation of what South Carolina was able to do last night outside of a brief 2-minute stretch there late in the third period. They shut down the Gladiators long enough to get some timely goals and open themselves up an advantage. So Cody Sylvester shoots, glove save by Gibson at 16:55. So Pearson takes the draw. The goaltender not pulled. We'll see if head coach Derek Nesbitt and assistant coach Matt Ginn even elect to do so. As off of the faceoff, Micah Miller nearly had another breakaway. Hansel gets back. So Hansel will press Miller into the corner boards. 2:45 and counting to go here in regulation time. The clock not on Atlanta's side here. So at center ice, Riley Webb will backtrack into his own zone. Deflected high over DeRitter. Behind the net, it's Nychuk. He'll backhand it north. And now through the middle, it's tipped by Mickey Burns, and he'll beat out the icing. So Burns falls down. No penalty called there, but the Gladiators still hard on the puck. Burns gets knocked down one more time. No call there either. But Burns still has it. Nice shift here from number 10. Here's a pass from the goal line to the front. Burns couldn't pick it up, so he'll play it back for his defense at the blue line. Sent in again on Gibson. Not a lot of time left. Got to pull the goaltender now. Here's a slapper from Drevich, blocked. The goaltender has not yet been pulled. Minute 44 to go. Here's a chance in tight and a save by DeRitter. Ryan Cranford, number 21, has the puck right next to his own bench, and he will lift it in. So So Derek Topatic, number 28, on the backhand. He takes a hit, and that's a penalty on South Carolina. So Atlanta will go to the power play once South Carolina touches up. And now Yoder gets into it with a Stingray. And Zach Yoder has a glove in the face. And Howard Chuck has just, wow. 2 shots at Yoder, and he took him right down. And now Markazan has a Stingray wrapped up. So Patich frustrated, barking with his helmet off. But man, that was 2 shots to the face of Zach Yoder that sent him right down to the deck from Ben Howardchuk. Howardchuk, 5'11", 185. He threw 2 punches to the 6'5" Zach Yoder. Here's a look at the replay for those watching on Flow Hockey. The linesman was involved too. A little bit too much there from Howardchuk. Good to see that Yoder is okay. That's got to be wrong. He's not 5'11". He is 5'11". Howardchuk plays a lot bigger than what his size says on the stat card. A lot like his father, Dale. So the good guy Connor Galloway comes over and grabs a loose stick off of the ice, brings it back to the bench. It all started with Topatic taking that hit to the back. That's a penalty. I believe that was Eisman. Then Yoder responded, which you love to see from Zach. Then Howardchuk just came over, and it seemed like there really wasn't much there. And then 1, 2, maybe 3 punches to the jawbone of Yoder. He went down. Then Markazan started tossing. Haven't seen an end-of-game scrum like this since Atlanta was in Worcester. And that was crazy. There were quite a few suspensions in that one. So now Cody Sylvester talking with Nolan Boyer. We'll see if there's any loss of manpower on the ice. There should be. The original penalty was on Topatic. Come on, sing it, guys. Should I sing it? Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. So good. So good. Won't be singing that one. Face off one back. So Patich gets a penalty. Joe Mama says starting a petition for more Liam sing-alongs. Oh, yeah, you don't want that. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Okay, all right. Did I do a pretty good job there? Come on. You can do whatever you feel. Shot and a save. Can you imagine they scored there and that was my goal call? Me singing the YMCA. Great song. I will do more sing-alongs. Here's Cody Sylvester, right circle. 25 seconds to go. Atlanta on the power play, trying to avoid getting shut out. Nychuk here in the corner. He'll body off a Stingray down to the goal line, trying to stuff it in his Cipolone. He lost possession. Hansel at the line. The crowd can feel it now. Here's a one-timer from Hansel. Score! Jeremy Hansel ends the shutout with 4 seconds to go.
Hey, all right.
So Hansel for Nychuk, back for Hansel, and that was a bomb. And what a way to get off the schneid on the power play. Just score at 19:56 of the third. So it's 3-1. Tom says it was good singing, Liam. Thank you. Hansel likes waiting till the last minute for his goals as Hofer heads off. So Atlanta has scored on the power play. The shutout for Mitchell Gibson has been erased. That would have been Gibson's first shutout of the season. So the game's over. Atlanta loses, but they still score a goal. We'll head to a quick break, and then when we return, I've got the recap of tonight's game before letting you go. A warm welcome back to Atlanta Gladiators Hockey. Liam Gotimer here with you. Atlanta falls 3-1 to the South Carolina Stingrays tonight. A quick recap of tonight's game before we let you go. South Carolina scored the first 3 goals of the game. First, at 10:27 of the second period, Romain Rodzinski, his 6th goal of the year, assisted by Micah Miller and Tyler Weiss. Then at 1:14 of the third, Micah Miller, a shorthanded goal, his 19th from Ryan Hofer. Then at 14:23, Dean Locus, his first goal as a Stingray, assisted by Josh Wilkins and Charlie Combs. And last but not least, Joey Cipollone at 19:56. He deflected that puck into the net, his 12th, assisted by Jeremy Hansel and Chad Nychuk on the power play. Mitchell Gibson in the win made 20 saves on 21 shots. Drew DeRitter stopped 22 of 25 in the loss for Atlanta. The power plays, officially Atlanta was 1 for 5, South Carolina 0 for 4. So Atlanta's penalty kill 7 for 7 over the last 2 games, and Atlanta gets a power play goal. The shots on goal in the third, 10-7 Atlanta, 25-21 South Carolina for the game. Atlanta scored no goals in the first, no goals in the second, and 1 goal with 4 seconds to go on the power play in the third. While South Carolina scored no goals in the first, 1 goal in the second, and 2 goals here in the third, to win by a final score of 3-1. Atlanta in the defeat falls to a record of 26-28, 5-2. They remain at 59 points and will be, I believe, 16 points behind the Orlando Solar Bears if the score holds in Estero. While the Stingrays, with the win, remain atop of the South Division standings, 42-14, 3-2. They now have 89 points. Well, that concludes tonight's coverage of Atlanta Gladiators hockey. My name is Liam Gotimer. Thank you so much for joining me on Flow Hockey and YouTube. Until next time, which is Wednesday, March the 26th at 10:30 in the morning. Stay safe, stay well, and as always, go Glad. Special thank you, as always, to Authenticate Graphic Design and Video Production for helping to produce our YouTube broadcasts. And hopefully, some better results coming our way starting on Wednesday. Stay safe through this storm, everybody. And thank you for spending part of your Saturday night with me.